Jeanine Pirro, a name that sparks strong opinions on both sides of the political spectrum. She's been a judge, a prosecutor, a TV personality, and now she's back in the spotlight once again. But who exactly is she? And why is she making headlines in 2025? Let's break it down. Jeanine Pirro was born on June 2nd, 1951 in Elmira, New York. Raised in a working-class Lebanese-American family, she grew up determined to break through barriers. She earned her law degree from Albany Law School and quickly rose through the ranks of the legal world. In 1978, Pirro became an assistant district attorney in Westchester County, New York, where she developed a reputation as a tough, no-nonsense prosecutor. She specialized in cases involving domestic violence and crimes against women and children, areas often ignored by the justice system at the time. Her work earned her national recognition, and in 1993 she became the first woman elected as district attorney of Westchester County. During her time in office, she created the nation's first dedicated domestic violence bureau, a move that won praise from both legal experts and advocacy groups. For over a decade, Pirro held that role, developing a public persona that combined legal expertise with aggressive courtroom presence. But it wasn't long before her ambitions extended beyond the courtroom. In the early 2000s, Janine Pirro pivoted toward politics. She briefly ran for the U.S. Senate in 2006, intending to challenge Hillary Clinton, but dropped out before the race took off. She also ran for New York Attorney General, but ultimately lost that bid as well. Still, Pirro wasn't done. She found a new stage: television. By the late 2000s, she was appearing on major news networks, providing legal commentary and analysis. Then, in 2011, she found her true home: Fox News. She launched her own show, Justice with Judge Jeanine, where she quickly became known for her fiery monologues, strong conservative opinions, and unfiltered support for Donald Trump. Pirro didn't just report the news, that she became part of it. During Trump's presidency, she was a vocal defender of his administration. Her show was a favorite among his base, and she was seen as one of Trump's most loyal media allies. She frequently attacked the media, Democrats, and what she called the deep state, making her one of the most polarizing figures on cable news. But controversy followed. Pirro was briefly suspended from Fox in 2019 for comments deemed Islamophobic. Later, her involvement in amplifying false claims about the 2020 election led to legal trouble for the network, especially during the Dominion voting system's defamation case. Pirro wasn't the only host caught in the fallout, but she was one of the most high-profile. Still, she remained on air. In 2022, she joined the roundtable show The Five, where she continued her role as a strong right-wing voice on the network. Fast forward to 2025, and Jeanine Pirro is back in the headlines, not as a pundit, but as a public servant. In May 2025, former President Donald Trump, now once again a political force in American life, announced that Jeanine Pirro would serve as interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. This is one of the most powerful federal prosecutorial roles in the country, responsible for major political investigations, high-profile criminal cases, and overseeing law enforcement operations in the nation's capital. The appointment came after Trump's previous nominee failed to gain enough Senate support. Turning to Pirro was seen as a bold move and a controversial one. Supporters hailed the decision, citing her legal experience, her track record as a DA, and her loyalty to conservative values. They argue that Pirro brings toughness, clarity, and a sense of justice to a position that requires firm leadership. Critics, however, point to her past as a partisan commentator. They argue that someone so closely tied to Trump's political and media apparatus could not possibly be objective in such a critical role. Some have questioned whether this is a reward for loyalty rather than a merit-based appointment. Pirro has officially stepped down from Fox News to take the position, marking a full-circle moment in her career. From courtroom prosecutor to cable news personality, and now back into the justice system. Whether she thrives in this new role or becomes a lightning rod for even more political controversy remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: Jeanine Pirro is not done making headlines. She's loud, She's fearless, she's divisive, and she's one of the most recognizable legal and media figures in America today. Now, she's about to take on one of the most scrutinized legal jobs in the country, and the entire nation will be watching.